What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Beyond the Bench podcast. We're back. We're back from Florida. That was a fun week.
That was a
Good,
fun week. Our on-site podcast.
good week of football. I believe I got 2 of my 6 predictions wrong. You got
I
1
went 5 and
wrong.
1.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty
good.
Pretty good.
The only one that I had was the Bills losing.
Yeah, I had the Bills and I had the Packers losing as well. The Packers winning, which they totally could have, but they didn't.
We will talk about that a little later.
Yeah, it was a fun week. Let's just get into it because a lot happened within the last.
We have a lot to talk about on this episode. My notes are 3 pages long, so I'm excited. Let's get to it.
A lot has happened in the last 8 hours.
Yes.
Let's just start right into it. Mike Tomlin stepped down today. Personally, I think that the Steelers came up to him and were like, "Listen, we're going to fire you. Do you want the opportunity to step down? Because we respect you." And
I think that's what should have happened to Harbaugh, but
I agree. You're a Super Bowl winning head coach. You should not just outright fire them.
Right.
Where do you think Tomlin's going to go from here?
So, we kind of talked about this a little. I think that he's going to get back into coaching. I know you disagree, but my point is you have a lot of teams in the league that are in desperate need of a winning head coach. They are not in need of a coach that will necessarily get them a Super Bowl. There's different levels of NFL teams right now. You look at the Cardinals, the Titans, the Jets, teams that don't really have a developed offense, a developed team, are not going to be looking for a quarterback that will get them a Super Bowl next season. Of course, that'd be nice, but their fans want wins, and they want wins now.
I think the Steelers are one of those teams, if I'm being honest. I think that the Steelers are going to do a hard reset, and if they're not going to be looking for a Super Bowl. They're just going to be looking for change next year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to be a whole new sting now for Pittsburgh. I've never seen anybody but Mike Tomlin.
I've never seen it either. I'm 21. He was coaching for 19 years,
Exactly.
But my point is, he's a coach that will get you wins. I don't think he's going to go into broadcasting. I don't think he's going to go into any of this because teams will pay him for wins. They don't necessarily need a playoff win. Completely hypothetical, if the Jets hire Mike Tomlin and the Jets end up getting, if they go 9-8 or 10-8.
9-8. You had it right the first time.
9-8. Sorry. If they go 9-8 next year, that's a win, right? They may not necessarily
absolutely.
I
think if they go 7-10, that's a win.
Right. But that's what I mean. Like if Mike Tomlin can get them even close to a winning record, or even close to 500, Jets fans will be happy. Yeah, they don't need to make the playoffs. They've been horrible for the past 10 years.
15. They've been bad for a long time. I think that he's going to take a year off because right now people are going to remember him for his last couple of years in Pittsburgh and not the first 15 that he had.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Pat McAfee show this morning. The Steelers have the NFL current record. It's not the actual record. It's just what they have been. They are lost 7 playoff games in a row. 5 in a row.
Which is crazy.
5 in a row by double digits. And 3 in a row where they were down by 3 or more touchdowns at one point in the game.
That's ridiculous. You should win at least one of those. And I do understand that they haven't had a consistent quarterback, even when Big Ben was there. I know the last couple of years that Big Ben was there, he was injured. He wasn't playing great. So in reality, the Steelers really haven't had consistent quarterback play for, I'd say, 6 years.
About 6 years. Yeah. Because I think Kenny Pickett was 2020. So yeah.
Right.
And Mason Rudolph started the year before that, I'm pretty sure.
Right. So sit around 6 years, and that's not coaching error. Like, no. This is what I said about Harbaugh. I don't think Harbaugh should have been fired. The reason why he hasn't been winning playoff games isn't because of coaching errors. It's because of player errors. And I'm not slamming on the players, but I'm just saying, when you look at how Lamar played this year, when you look at how all these guys played this year, that adds up. Harbaugh can't control that. Tomlin can't control that. It's just how the players decide to play, and they get the brunt of the blame, even when it's not their fault. So
yeah, I saw something. The Ravens owner or GM, I think it was owner, was doing a press conference.
It was
today.
The owner. I saw this.
It's today.
It was the owner. It was very funny.
They first asked him if Tomlin could be the next head coach of the Ravens. I don't remember what he said. It was a snarky answer. And then,
well, no, I remember exactly what he said. The reporter asked him. Would Harbaugh still be the coach of this team if?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
If Tyler Lue made that kick, and the owner literally, without skipping a beat, said only for one more week, and I was like, wow.
Which I think that's disrespectful to Harbaugh.
That is disrespectful.
And I don't remember what he said about Tomlin, but I think he said maybe.
He said, "Holy shit, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?"
Yes, that's what he said. Yeah. Right.
I literally watched it 30 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, Colin told me an hour ago. I just can't remember exactly, but no, I remember the Tyler Lue thing because that was that is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
To the head coach
from
that
the
won
owner,
you.
That's ridiculous.
That won you your only Super Bowl in the last 20 years.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Tomlin... and then the other firing was or not fired. Well, yeah,
no, Patullo did get fired.
Patullo did get fired. Did you want to say anything more about Tomlin, or?
I was just gonna say I think he's going to TV for a year. It's gonna be a Sean Payton, Pete Carroll situation.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know you have a lot to say about Kevin Patullo.
I have a lot to say about Kevin Patullo. So hold on. Christian usually has a Giants rant. I'm gonna have a little bit of an Eagles rant, even though I'm not an Eagles fan. Kevin Patullo is by far one of the worst offensive coordinators I have ever seen in my recent memory. I have literally never seen an OC call plays that are as generic and as miserable than Kevin Patullo calls. I genuinely think that the Eagles could have made the Super Bowl and possibly won it back to back if they had a different OC, because every single play was, AJ Brown run down the side, just running a straight line. We'll put Devonta Smith in the slant or a curl route, and then they'll get some yards. That is he was playing Madden. He was literally playing Madden, and I had AJ Brown on my team this year. It was infuriating watching him call plays. And Christian and I were talking about this 2 days ago. Jalen Hurts, after their loss, was like, a reporter in the locker room was like, so do you think Kevin Patullo will be fired? And Jalen Hurts straight up said, he didn't defend him or anything. He went, that's not my decision to make. It's too early to tell. That is media training for saying, I hate this guy, get him out.
And they did.
And I think the Eagles will be better next year, honestly.
You know how I feel about Jalen Hurts.
I do too, but I think
they're going to be around the same.
I do too, but there's one more thing. People are saying that AJ Brown's going to get traded. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He's not going anywhere. If you actually look at what do you think he's going to get traded?
I disagree.
So my reasoning is there is a $54 million dead cap hit. Any team in their right mind is not taking a $54 million dead cap hit for one season off of a very good. You have to give him credit. He's a very good wide receiver. He is one of the most athletic and physical wide receivers in the league. To take a $54 million cap hit on that, I don't think is the smart thing to do. But go ahead.
I think he's going to go to the Patriots.
Really?
They got money to spend.
It's not necessarily if they have money to spend or if the Eagles want to lose money. You know what I mean? The Patriots are not going to pay the Eagles $54 million. They're still going to lose money off of that.
They could pay them some money. They could.
They could.
And A.J. Brown has made it very known always that he's always wanted to play for the Patriots.
Wasn't he a Patriots fan growing up?
Yeah, I believe he's from the area, if I'm not mistaken.
And listen, if he goes to the Patriots, just imagine Stephon Diggs and A.J. Brown. They genuinely could win the Super Bowl next year.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
But what do you think this means for Jalen Hurts? Because this is going to be his now 6th offensive coordinator in 6 years, I believe, or 5th and 5. Either way, he's had a different offensive coordinator for at least 5 years now.
So Jalen Hurts has been pretty consistent across the board. I don't think he's necessarily going to take a dip in production. I don't necessarily think he's going to get a massive boom in production. With 6 different OCs, he's been fairly consistent.
It's because of Sirianni.
And listen, I hate Sirianni. I think he's a phenomenal coach. I think he's a diva, and I think he's an egotistical maniac. But he's a good head coach. And when you look at the OCs that Jalen Hurts has had, he's been good with some pretty awful head OCs. So yeah. I don't think that he's going to be bad next year. I think people are saying that he's going to be bad or just outright dumb because he is a good quarterback. I just think he's a good system QB. But we've talked about that.
I think he'll be the same as he always is.
I don't think I agree. I don't think he's.
The real question, honestly, is how will this affect Saquon? How will it affect the wide receivers? Because
I don't think
we saw Saquon.
No, go ahead.
Do we not see the dip in Saquon's production this year?
I don't think that was OC. I think that was O-line production.
I disagree. I think it was a mix of both. I think
it was a mix of both. I think it was more a regression in O-line.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see, but I mean, when you look at Saquon, when he had holes to run through, he was off. But he couldn't get there most of the time because the O-line would just get swallowed up.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some wildcard games, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I just want to start off with the Bears and Packers game. My opinion, I think that was the best game of this weekend.
It was one of 3 games I watched this weekend, so I'm of the 3 games I watched, it was the best of the 3.
Yeah.
No, I watched 4.
I disagree. Actually, Rams-Panthers was probably the best game, but
I didn't watch that one. I was at work.
So I just want to say something. I'm not going to speak about it much. Colson Loveland will be my tight end next year.
I love Colson Loveland.
He had 8 receptions for 137 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
That stat line's going around the bottom there. You guys will watch out for it. It's going around. It'll come back around.
No, he's been incredible, and Caleb Williams has looked good. I mean, I think this is a good team.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think the Rams will beat them, but
yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to say I won't say I'm surprised if the Bears do pull out a win there. Mm-hmm. At home. It's going to be cold. The Rams are not. And they don't play in the cold.
At Soldier Field, they were loud. They were like,
yeah.
And I said this at the beach. Soldier Field is a hard place to play to. Bears fans are loyal and Bears fans are passionate. Yeah. They will be screaming the entire time.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree.
Eagles 49ers. What do you got to say about that?
I watched that game, right? Yeah, I did.
Yep, we were at Landon's house.
Right, we were at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm going to go with my take of the week this week.
Okay, all right.
Because I have one every week.
What is it?
Jake Tonges will score a touchdown this week and probably get at least 50 yards because every time he starts, he plays amazing. And it
Prayers
sucks
up
what
for
happened.
George Kittle, by the way.
It sucks what happened to George Kittle. And I was talking to someone at work that brought this up. Does he just retire at this point?
No, he's too young to retire.
He gets hurt so much though.
I know, but he's not going to.
He's not going to, but
I don't know if he should either. He still has a couple years left. I mean, I don't know. And Achilles is really tough because
it takes a while to come back from, right?
It takes a while to come back for, and a lot of the times you're really not the same player afterward.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
After tearing his Achilles or ACL last year, right?
Yeah, but he was still good this year. I mean, I don't know. That power play, man, is fucking everybody up.
So, you're the resident doctor on the podcast.
Okay.
Is 9 to 12 months accurate?
For an Achilles,
because that's what I keep seeing, which means we will not see him until probably
12. I mean, I think it really depends on, like how much you put
rehab
into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Knowing Kittle, he'll be back.
Let me look at what I put for Daniel Jones. Here I have. Sorry, I'm doing research on injuries for NFL players. That's where I'm getting this information from. Here I have 6 to 8 months, but it could be longer. 6 months would get him to the start of the season.
I don't think he'll be back at the start.
I don't think he'll be at the start. I don't think he'll be healthy by the start of the season.
I think depending on what
I think around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Depends on when their bye week is. But
I just want to say something about Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy can clean up the interceptions, I know he had 2.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
He is looking everything that I've said that he has looked even better. He's throwing to just random people.
I was going to say, how about Demarcus Robinson?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's throwing to people that have not really had a shot all season, and maybe they should have, because Demarcus Robinson, let me just read the stat line real quick. 6 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. Like, what are we doing?
Ricky Pearsall hurt?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that, actually.
Well, guess we'll never know. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I mean, Demarcus Robinson played out of his mind. Kyle Juszczyk had 4 receptions for 49 yards. He's throwing to everybody. Christian McCaffrey.
He was limited at practice today.
Oh, okay, so maybe he was injured.
Well, he didn't play. So,
but yeah.
No, Brock Purdy looked great. He had 24 rushing yards. He only got sacked once. It's a really good Eagles defense. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts had 168 passing yards.
Yeah, that was horrible. Panthers Rams.
I did not watch this game.
You were at work. Okay, so let me.
I don't know. What do I have to say? That's a great question.
All right, let me carry this. So Panthers will be back. I wrote this on my notes. Panthers will be back. They looked phenomenal. I think if they would have played anybody but the Rams, they would be in the divisional round. Because, as we heard last week, I have the Rams winning it all.
As do all of us.
But
all 3 of
this
us.
Rams team is genuinely scary. Like, let me just read some stats out. Matthew Stafford went 24 for 42 attempts, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Kyren Williams and Blake Corum were pretty much split in the backfield. They were averaging around 4.25 yards per carry between the 2 of them. Puka Nacua had 10 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown, and Devontae Adams had 5 receptions for 72 yards.
And Puka also, just want to say, had 3 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown.
Right. There is not one person in this offense that will not get them a touchdown. This is one of the most high-powered offenses that I have seen this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they look amazing. Like, they don't look like they were slowing down. My only thing is that I did put here in my notes is that the Rams defense needs to, do better, because the Panthers were 8-9 and they scored 31 points. 31?
Yeah, 31.
Was it 31?
Yeah.
You can't have that. That's not you cannot have the Panthers scoring 31 points if you're going to win the Super Bowl.
Let's not discredit though Bryce Young and the Panthers.
No, yeah.
21 for 40. He threw a lot. 264 yards. Jalen Coker.
Yes, Jalen
9 catches, 134 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged 15 yards per catch. That's insane. Tet averaged 16 yards per catch. So Bryce Young is just slinging the ball.
He played phenomenally.
Tommy Tremble averaged 7.3 yards per catch.
No, Bryce Young genuinely played phenomenally. And you wanna know what I love about Bryce Young? After the game, he stood out of the tunnel and high-fived every single one of his teammates.
Yeah. I love Bryce Young. I actually love Bryce Young.
So do I. He is a humble kid, Jesus Christ.
He's probably older than us, but
he is older.
Not by much if I'm going to have to.
Not by much, which is scary.
That's sad. Not sad, scary.
Yeah, that's all I really got to say. Patriots Chargers.
That game sucked.
That was horrible.
There's really not much to say. I said on the predictions video that the only way that the Chargers were going to win this game is if Justin Herbert had an open pocket.
Yep.
He did not have an open pocket. You want to know a crazy stat?
Yeah.
Justin Herbert,
okay,
rushing and receiving combined, had the most total yards on the team. He had 57 rushing yards. Kamani Vidal had 51 combined. He's the next highest. Listen, Herbert was spreading the ball out. Herbert threw for 159 yards. Nobody caught more than 32. And it was Ladd.
I genuinely feel bad for him.
I do
because that was, and I'm not over-exaggerating, that was the worst offensive line performance
he got sacked 6 times and lost a fumble.
That was the worst O-line, maybe aside from Joe Burrow in that Super Bowl, but...
You want to know how crazy bad that offense was this week? You're not going to see it because you can't see it right now, Nick. But on the bottom where all those scores are going, I tried to do 2 players per team. Some have 3 per team if the team played really bad.
Okay.
There was nobody that really stood out to me on the Patriots. Like, there were not 3 players that stood out to me on the Patriots while I was making that. I put a Chargers defensive player on that stat line down there. Rightfully so. Listen. Odafe Owe. 3 sacks, 4 tackles, 2 forced fumbles. I had to put him down there. But also, there was nobody else to put on the Chargers except for Justin Herbert. He sucked.
So here's my thing. Drake May is not suitable to go far in the playoffs yet. Yet. Let me preface that. Yet. The Chargers defense is good. It is not as good as the Texans he will be playing next week.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Drake May only got his first passing touchdown in the fourth quarter. Right? He went 17 for 29 for 270 yards, a touchdown and interception. That is not a good stat line.
Nope.
And he's playing arguably the best defense in the playoffs right now, if not the best defense in the entire NFL next week.
Yeah.
I don't see them winning next week, but
yeah.
Steelers Bills. Great game. Wait, what Steelers? Hold on, sorry, Jaguars Bills. I don't know why I wrote. Sorry, Jaguars Bills. That was
you got to take the lead on this one. This is the other one I did not watch.
All right, so playoff Josh is just like probably the best quarterback to ever live. Jaguars played great. Like the Panthers, they'll be back. I don't have any doubt that they will be. Both of those teams, if they didn't play against each other in the first round, I think they would have been seeing each other in the AFC Championship. Those teams, with the Jaguars and the Bills, are special. And I love Liam Cohen as a coach, but if there's one year that Josh Allen has to get it done, it's this year. And on Sunday or Saturday, was it?
The Bills game?
Yeah.
That was Sunday. It was because I picked you up from the train.
It was
you
at
were watching
1,
on the
right?
train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work and I picked you up towards the end of the game.
Josh Allen is playing like this is the Super Bowl that he has to win.
He knows it is because there's nobody. There's nobody in his way.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, I did not really watch that game. Parker Washington, I think, had a good game, and ETN had a good game. Do you know how many
ETN
rushing
had a
yards?
phenomenal game.
Do you know how many rushing yards ETN had?
I do not. Stop. I hate you so much. Stop.
He had 67 rushing yards on 10 carries.
Stop.
Which means, he averaged per carry?
What?
6.7.
I hate you so much.
Then he also had 5 catches for 49 yards. He played great. Trevor Lawrence was not bad. He had 3 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions, so a little interception heavy, but I have no doubt in my mind that the Jaguars will be back.
Yeah,
soon.
No, they will be.
I wish I had more to say about the game. I did not watch it.
Well, you can't talk about this game. This is the last one we got to talk about. Steelers, Texans. What do you think? That was honestly. Can I just?
I mean, you left my house before everybody scored.
Everything got good. Yeah.
What?
I know.
You left when it was 7-6 at something
10,
like that.
7. No, 10-6.
You left after the third quarter. It was 10-6. No, it was 7-6. You left after the third
quarter, but yeah.
They scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. You might have been there for a field goal.
I don't know. They literally teams love to score when I leave.
It was damn near 10:45. So
it was a long game.
Yeah.
But
Texas defense looks incredible. I mean,
this is
2
what
touchdowns.
I'm saying. The Texas defense is so good. They had 2 defensive touchdowns.
4 fumble recoveries.
That's crazy.
4 fumble recoveries, a pick 6, a fumble touchdown, 8 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. Yeah, they're good. They are really good.
And let me just say something about CJ Stroud. This team is not getting anywhere if CJ Stroud plays like he did last night. That was horrible.
He ended up with 250 yards.
Yeah, but he had 5 fumbles, 2 of them recovered, and 1 interception.
Yeah.
Against a Steelers defense who's,
and
average.
I also want to point out that Christian Kirk had. Sorry, I had to do the math. 60% of his passing yards.
Really?
He had 100, just under. He had 144 receiving yards.
Damn.
CJ Stroud had 250 on the dot passing.
Damn.
Yeah, nobody else had more than 39. Nico Collins got concussed too. That's also.
Oh yes, that's going to be big for.
Yeah, well, the offense didn't play well anyway against the Steelers.
No,
it was Woody Marks and Christian Kirk.
That's big. That's still.
No, it's big. I 100% agree. It's big. But listen, if Christian Kirk plays the way that he did this week, I think the Texans can beat the Patriots.
I agree.
And you know what? Let's just move on to our quick discussion of the divisional round. I think the Texans are going to beat the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that if it was the Steelers that were going to play the Patriots, that the Patriots would have dog walked them.
I agree. And in my notes, it's kind of funny. I just wrote, I honestly can't predict who's going to win this game because
that's how I felt about Bears Packers.
Bears Packers. Yeah, I think it can go either way, but my reasoning, I'm going to pick the Texans, and that's because when you look at the teams that, and this is not discrediting Drake May. I'm a Giants fan, but I love Drake May. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback.
I don't love Drake May when I'm with Matt or Ronan, but I love Drake May.
I think that he's going to win a lot of Super Bowls, but just not this year.
No.
When you look at the teams that he played this year, he hasn't gone up against a defense like the Texans defense. Not once.
They played one team that ended the season with a winning record, and it was the Bills, and they split.
They split. So I think it's going to be one of those games where it's going to be decided to who makes more mistakes, really, rather than who scores more.
I honestly, I'm going to say this now. I don't think it's going to be a good game.
No, I don't think so either. But
which is good for me because that is the one game I'm missing this weekend from work because I'm going to be at work. So
yeah,
I'll take what I could get.
But yeah, I think it's going to come down to who makes more mistakes for the.
Yeah, and I think it might be Drake May, honestly.
Yeah, well, Will Anderson Jr. is phenomenal.
I love Will Anderson.
Most of that D line is phenomenal. The cornerbacks are all good. It's a hard defense to play against, and there's no shame in it. If
in your first playoff appearance,
you
got to learn.
Well, not first playoff, second playoff appearance, but
first experience, first appearance as the team.
Right. Broncos, Bills.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos here, but I think this is the hardest game to predict.
Okay.
I mean, I still have the Broncos going to the Super Bowl.
See, in my bracket, I had the Jaguars beating the Broncos, the Jaguars going to the
AFC Championship.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I think I'm picking the Bills, and that's because I think that the Jaguars could beat the Bills, and I think that the Jaguars could beat the Broncos, and I think that the Bills could beat the Broncos.
I'm looking at Real right now.
Yeah.
The injury report.
For
Kincaid, the Bills. Kincaid's questionable. Josh Allen is questionable.
He's
gonna play.
He got banged up though. Hold on, I may change my.
He's questionable. Foot, knee, finger.
Holy shit, that's most of his body.
Did you see the play towards the end of the game?
Yeah,
where he threw the ball and his fingers got all messed up.
Yeah. He's playing through injury right now.
Yeah.
But
playing in Denver too. Just saying.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You took the words out of my mouth. Highmark Stadium is a difficult place to play football, and
no, Highmark's where the Bills play.
Or Mile High. Jesus
Mile
Christ.
High. Yeah.
Mile High. Sorry.
And Power Field at Mile High. Thank you very much.
My bad, bro. Mile High is a very difficult place to play, and
especially being injured.
Right. I'm gonna pick the Broncos just because of the injuries, but I think that the Buffalo offense does offset the difference in the Broncos.
I agree.
If that makes sense.
I actually completely agree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's going to be a very good game, though.
I think that's going to be a phenomenal game. Want to come over?
Yeah, we're...
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Live watch party?
Bring your mom, too. It's her birthday.
It is her birthday. Thanks for inviting her.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Eagles, Niners. Nope. It's a bird. Sorry. Seahawks, Niners. Wrong bird.
Don't say bird 3 times. He's gonna fly through someone's window.
Bird.
Shout out Landon.
I think the Eagles. I just did it again. I think the Seahawks.
Pick your birds right, man.
I think the Seahawks are going to win this one. So
do I. I agree.
You disagree with one, but I am a huge Seahawks believer.
I am. I have them making the Super Bowl.
No, you have the Rams making the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have them going to the NFC Championship.
I also, in my first bracket prediction before we did the podcast, I had the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, and I still think that's very possible.
I think it is very possible.
I don't think that the George Kittle injury is going to bring them down too much.
No, because Jake Tonjes has looked very, very good in replacement of that.
But I think it still might hinder them a little bit. I think McCaffrey's going to have another phenomenal game. But I think that Sam Darnold is going to put the ghosts behind him, if you will, and win a playoff game. And I think it's going to be a good game. I think all of these divisional round games are really good except for this Texans-Patriots game.
I don't think that is going to be bad. I think it's just going to be a defensive slugfest. My prediction, I agree. I think the Seahawks are winning. But this is going to be one of the most... I think this is going to be the highest scoring game. Just because both of these offenses are ridiculously good. But I agree. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Bears Rams. I love this game.
I love this matchup.
As we said before, I have the Rams winning it all.
As do I.
But my main point that I'm just going to make right now is I don't think that the Bears' offense can keep up with the Rams' offense. I think their defenses are generally similar in terms of performance, but in terms of offense outscoring one another, I think the Rams' offense will outscore, and I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's much question here. Like I said earlier, don't call me surprised. Like, I'm not going to say I'm surprised if the Bears do pull us off. They're home. But I think the Rams are just going to overpower them.
Yeah.
So, this is why we're here today, this next part. We're going to give our predictions for the awards this year. We are going to... We thought we would be a little earlier in the episode when we did this, but then Tomlin and Patullo decided to get fired on the same day. So we're going to try and make this a little quicker, but we're going to do MVP. We're going to do offensive and defensive player of the year.
I think we're going to have very similar.
I agree.
People.
We're going to have offensive and defensive player of the year. Did you do rookie of the years for both sides?
I did.
I forgot to do defensive. So
don't worry, because the defensive rookie I've never heard of before.
Oh no, I do have. Okay, sorry, no, I do have. I know who in my head who I think it's going to be.
I honestly don't.
Is it? No. Do you have Carson Schwarzenegger?
I do.
Okay, we'll start with that.
I've literally never heard of him before. Okay, I don't know why.
We'll start with that. And then we're also going to do comeback player and coach of the year. So, you forgot coach of the year?
Yep. No, we're good though. I have it in my head.
I mean, I do too. Comeback player of the year is the easiest one.
Yes, that is.
There's going to be, you know what? Comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. No discussion needed.
No question.
No discussion needed.
No discussion needed. If he doesn't win it, honestly, that is just. Yeah. That is armed robbery.
Yeah.
Well, my only thing with that is, though, I don't know if he's going to be considered for comeback player of the year just because of the nature of how the 49ers handled his injury last year. That's my only concern.
I think he will still.
I think he will too, but
So, defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schwarzenegger. He is a linebacker on the Browns, Nick, because I know you don't know. Linebacker on the Browns from UCLA. He was drafted in the second round, first pick of the second round. He's looked incredible this year. He has, I have stats here because I forgot to write it down.
2.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 67 solo tackles.
And 156 combined. Don't discredit. That's insane. And 3 pass deflections, 11 tackles for loss.
Well, his 67 solo tackles are ranked 16th in the league. As a rookie, that's very good.
That's that's really good. And
the Browns defense is so good.
The Browns defense is really good. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, who else is even in contention for this?
There's really nobody. I was looking at the odds. He's minus 20,000.
There you go. I guess second would probably be my GOAT, James Pierce Jr., Tennessee legend on the Falcons. Love James Pierce Jr. No, it's going to go to Schwarzenegger. I don't think there's no
There
question.
Really hasn't been really any, like, standout other than
I know. I noticed that.
Like last year was Jared Verse, who looked really good.
Yeah, Jared Verse was really good.
He still looked very good.
You want to go to coach of the year? Because we did defensive rookie of the year because I figured we both had the same one.
So coach of the year.
Yeah, you go first.
Actually, no, you go first. I want to see if we have the same.
We definitely have the same one. It's Mike Vrabel.
Oh, I did not have him.
Do you don't have him?
I don't.
Who do you have?
Mike McDonald.
Okay. So I actually think there's a lot of good choices this year. I really do.
So do I.
It's Vrabel, McDonald.
Shanahan, I think you could put in that conversation.
No, I'm not putting Shanahan there. It's Liam Cohen.
Is it ridiculous to say that?
Liam Cohen and Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson.
Where do you have Kobe on your all-time? 11th? Name the 10 other guys in front of him.
No, it was Shaq.
Shaq.
And it was top 5.
No, it wasn't. He named like 11 guys. There's a different clip.
It was. They only wanted him to do top 5, and he just went on a whole rant. I'm not giving you Wilt. I'm not giving you Wilt.
I'm not giving you Wilt. I'm not giving you Wilt. That shit was so funny. Anyway,
I do think that it's going to be. Okay. So we're saying who we think it will be.
Yeah.
Who I think it should be? Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen. Who I think it will be is Vrabel, because he is loved by the media. That's what it comes down to, really. It really is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
He's minus 285 right now on BetMGM. I don't know why Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen are plus 1800.
The only reason why I have Mike Macdonald there is because
he is plus 300. He's second in the odds.
So my reasoning is when he took over for the Seattle job, and Christian and I used to talk about this all the time before he took over, when Pete Carroll was the head coach. Seattle's defense for a long time after the Legion of Boom was atrocious.
Yeah.
Like genuinely horrible. The second Mike Macdonald came in, they were pretty good last year, and they're phenomenal this year. He has changed that defensive group, and he has. How many wins did they have last year? They had
who, the Seahawks?
Yeah, I think they went 12 wins.
They had 12 wins last year.
I think so.
I honestly don't remember how good they were.
I don't remember. Double check me. I may be wrong, but I remember them doing very well. Last year and this year, and I think it's only going to go up. He's young, so.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm very passionate about this next award.
Okay.
The Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, me and you can go on rants. This is his odds.
I'm not going
ridiculous.
to, because we've already gone 40 minutes.
No, you.
But we know how this rant would go. We all do.
Yeah, I have his entire stat line listed. So.
Oh, do you actually?
Yeah. You want me to read it off?
Go ahead.
My boy Jackson Dart, let's go. 24 total touchdowns, 15 pass, 9 rushing touchdowns, 2,759 total yards. He has 2,272 pass yards and 487 rush yards. 5 interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count that on one hand. 5 interceptions. That's 4th in the league. And guess what? He was injured. He didn't play all 17 games.
Yeah. So
why is he? I understand Tet had 1,000 yards. Okay,
I think Tet should win it.
1,000 yards is like.
Listen, I think Tet should win. I think he should. He had a really good season. But the odds make Dart look like he was awful. Looking at the odds right now, Tet is minus 350. Makes sense.
I love Tet, by the way, but
Tyler Shuck plus 250. Why is he second? I
don't know. He had a good year.
He had arguably the same stat line as Jackson Dart with less touchdowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then Trevion, and then Dart.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
I think Dart should be second. I think Tet was the most important part of that team this year. Other than Bryce Young. That connection was the most important part of that team this year.
I agree. I think Tet, he had a very good year. I just think it's a little bit disrespectful that we're just shooing off Jackson Dart the way that we are, honestly.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So who do you think should win? Dart?
In today's day and world that QBs are dominant in every award.
Right.
Should or will?
Should.
Should Tet.
Yeah, I think he will as well.
Nah, I think quarterbacks.
No, not in that kind of award. I think it's going to be. I think
Tet should win it. I will say Jackson Dart should have if he played all 17 games.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But Tet, Tet did play all 17 games, stayed healthy, thank God.
Yeah.
Offensive player of the year?
Yeah. I don't think there's any question. It's JSN.
There is no question.
It's JSN.
There is no question.
He averaged 108 yards per game.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. He had almost 1,800 yards. He was 7 away.
Can I point out something real quick?
Yeah.
His average was 15.1 yards per catch.
That's crazy.
That means he was not a slant guy. That means
he was running down the field.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold was finding him.
Yes. So I don't really think that there's any
the only thing that could hold him back is he had 10 touchdowns compared to Puka only had 11. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
Puka,
I think Puka had the wow factor.
Yeah.
Like Puka.
Yeah, he
Puka
averaged
made
100.
Every single.
He averaged 114 yards per game. Puka.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He missed a couple games.
I think it's very close. I think it's closer than what people are making it out to be.
The odds make it seem like it's not. JSN's minus 1,600.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I disagree. I think it's a lot closer. Both of them played it phenomenally this year, but I think it will be JSN. Yeah. Just because JSN stayed healthy.
Yeah, I agree. Defensive player of the year is Myles Garrett.
It's just Myles
Garrett.
He broke the sack record. Like, you're not going to give it to him.
It's Myles Garrett. I think Brian Burns should be second. He's not, but he should be.
He had a very good year.
Yeah. He like 16 sacks.
But Myles Garrett, he had 23 sacks.
Oh, no. Myles Garrett is winning this award, whether he likes it or not.
I do feel bad, though, because it was so petty by the Steelers to not let him get that sack in the last game, like without the asterisk game.
There won't be an asterisk on it because he was so dominant before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no question it's Myles Garrett. And now,
the big one.
What I'm gonna let. I don't know who to.
We have the same guy.
It's Stafford or Drake May. It's Trevor Lawrence is a third in this ranking. Just saying.
Yes.
So Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
He's never won an MVP. He deserves it.
He had
46 total touchdowns. And he is the best pocket passer in the league. He is unbelievable.
By far.
Drake May, on the other hand, did it with less weapons. He had less touchdowns, but he had less weapons to throw to.
Yeah. But a much easier schedule.
Yeah. The Rams had 2 really bad losses in the last 2 weeks of the season, or 16 and 17. Here's something crazy. If Matthew Stafford does not win MVP, let me make sure. I wrote this down. I got to make sure I get this right.
Okay. All right. In my notes, I have Stafford winning.
Yes, I do too.
I think that's the rightful winner.
So he has 11 more touchdowns than Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Against a lot more tough schedule than Drake May had.
Yeah.
If Matthew Stafford does not win MVP, he would be tied for the most touchdowns ever thrown by a player who did not win MVP.
Wow.
It happened to Drew Brees in 2011. He lost to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
But Aaron Rodgers led the Packers to a 15-1 record that year.
Right.
So, yeah, and he had 1 less touchdown than Brees. Like that was a lot closer than this is.
Yeah.
And I think that people are holding this matchup, if you will, too close together.
Uh-huh.
He had 11 more touchdowns with a harder schedule. Yes, he had better players, but would Devontae Adams have had 14 touchdowns if Drake May was his quarterback? Would Devontae Adams have had 14 touchdowns? No. Would Puka have had 11? Probably not.
No.
I think Stafford.
And he was just so dominant in every in every way. He had 300 and whatever more yards than Drake May. That's basically one game ahead of him, realistically.
Yeah.
He was first in yards, first in touchdowns. He had almost a 6 touchdown to interception ratio. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford totally deserves to win his first MVP of his 17-season career, which would immediately solidify him as a first ballot Hall of Famer if he is not already, which I think he is.
Yeah.
I
think if he doesn't win this, that is an absolute robbery.
Yeah.
That is an absolute robbery if he does not win that.
Yeah. So, that being said, we will come back to this in a month or however long it is till the NFL awards and see how we did. I think we're all going to be. I think the awards are locked mostly this year, except for this MVP award. With that is our final full football episode of the season.
I'm a little bit sad.
Yeah, it's
came too quick.
Yeah. But we're still going to talk about football. Don't worry. It'll just be briefer. We will be doing next week. We will have NFL, NBA, NHL, and UFC. We're going to have UFC for the next 2 weeks because there's some big pay-per-views coming up. We got Gaethje, Pimblett, Harrison, Shevchenko coming up next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. And yeah, I'm excited for this new chapter. As I said before, we have this new design that we have going on. You're going to be seeing some new faces as well. You heard Peter in the background last week. You'll see him next week talking about UFC. And yeah, thank you for watching our final football episode of the season.
Thank you, everybody.
And we'll see you next week with our brand new setup.